I'm David Haug, Superintendent of Jefferson R-VII School District, and if you've joined us for all the other podcasts, first of all, thank you. This is really to summarize where we're at, specifically related to the roads and some potential site leveling. Again, this is part of the broader picture and providing that long-term vision for the school district, extending even 30 to 40 years down the road. If we can do some smart planning now. But I think it's important for us as a community to really get the terminology down on what we're looking at. Again, phase one, priority one, the roads and the parking. We've been through that several times. Phase two is the facility improvements at the moving that baseball, softball complex or placing it on an already site prepped area, creating that space, reiterating what was in that earlier podcast where the current baseball field, which is a area that a building could go on, would help this district, in my opinion. And then also making the improvements at the football and the Danby playground. So really, I wanted to talk about the terminology part of this, and I'm going to walk you through each slide, and there'll be an accompanying piece to this, a little in its totality for you to understand. But as you watch this, A is the existing Dueling Hollow Road, where that intersection currently is. That's really a difficult place for us. And so B is the current Blue Jay Way, and these two roads are the ones that currently are in use to access our three buildings on this side of the campus. Letter C is no surprise, and that is the Blue Jay Way extension that's been discussed already in the prior podcast and where we're at, extending into. So by adding that road, you can see where that would help relieve traffic. And if we get the traffic controls right through that in front of Selma and whatever appears on Blue Jay Way extension can really help our traffic flow in our current situation. The last one, and I want to call this road the access road. That road would extend off of Blue Jay Way extension and the current Blue Jay Way in front of Jefferson High School. Again, keep in mind the baseball softball complex would be over on the other facility, so that where you see that current D in the baseball field is where a school could go, and that road would access it. But if you really want to dig into what we're trying to get to in phase two, potentially getting to long term, and why we're calling it the access road, if you're able to create a site prepped area where the baseball field is, and also a site prepped area after you've used material on the hillside to build your roads and parking lots, you would have two potential areas to place a new building or long range, two new buildings in the next 40 to 50 years. And so that access road in front of Jefferson, it needs to be robust, it needs to be nice, it may even be like 3 lanes wide to have different turn lanes. We're still analyzing that. But for the community's sake, I really want you to see that we're really trying to make the road part of this, as we create site prepped areas, as intelligent as we can, and really keeping the flow and the safety in mind for our students in our community. So this concludes our podcasting leading up to the public events that we're going to be hosting, and we certainly encourage you to attend. Again, the One Campus vision is centered around student safety, road safety, community safety. Again, Prepared Communities Win. And now that you've seen the videos, here's some highlighted dates we'd love for you to be at. And that is Wednesday, September 24th. There'll be an informational meeting at 6:30 p.m. For everybody's invited to attend that. There'll be more information than maybe questions that night, because I still want people to be able to process things. We will absolutely have questions. But if you have individual questions, the next big date that we've got is Tuesday, September 30th, and we're going to have 3 times during the day during the morning drop-off between 7 and I think 9 a.m. And then we've got another one scheduled between 2 and 4 in the afternoon if you want, during the parent pickup, if you want to come up here, and also at 5 and 7. And I genuinely, that'll be more of an open forum, a chance to talk one-on-one. Our intention is to have some students there, maybe taking down thoughts and ideas to add to the betterment of this process. And then also before the homecoming game between 5 and 7 p.m. in the Danby Middle School cafeteria, to have this over there as we welcome our community in to take a look at it. I certainly value your feedback. My summary as superintendent is very simple. This is a huge endeavor for the school district, but one worth the merit to really straighten things out that we currently have and prepare just a wonderful future for our students, but more importantly, get us into a safer environment for our roads. Thanks for tuning in, and please, love to see you at these meetings.